Hello and welcome to Las Blancas Podcast.
What's up, Madridistas? I hope everyone listening today is super happy. Everyone listening today is donning their Madrid jerseys with whatever name you've got on the back or no name. I don't care. But we are back, and I think this is the happiest pod ever. I think it will be the happiest pod until we make it to the semifinals of the Champions League, which can be very soon, which can be just in the next 3 days in the next game. But the big news of women's football right now, the historic moment that none of us expected to happen this soon. Everyone knew it would happen one day, but nobody expected it to happen on 23rd March 2025 in a Clásico, sandwiched between two Arsenal games in a Clásico away from home. And it came. It happened. It has finally happened. We have beaten Barcelona. I think this is the loudest I've been on the pod ever. And it's for a reason. We did not just beat them 1-0, we beat them 3-1, which and it set records tumbling, right? Like 19th Clásico,
Yeah.
all 18 previous ones we had lost. You know, some very heavy defeats, some good performances, but defeats. In the end, it was always a defeat. But as they say, if you fail 18 times, get up and try 19th. And that is what we did. That is what we did. And that is what we have gone out and set the record. We have set. I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say anymore. We did it. And as I said, record stumbling. It was Barcelona's heaviest defeat or a defeat by multiple goals at home since first defeat at home by multiple goals in the league since 2012, which was against Rayo in September of 2012. So it's been a long time. I think this is the first time they have lost multiple home games in the league since some 2009, when they hadn't even won, or they had one league title by then. By that time, I myself was not a women's football fan. Like, I did not have access to watching leagues around the world or watching any sort of women's football. I did not have any exposure to that. So it's been dinosaur years since Barcelona has lost this way at home in the league. And what a way to do it! What a team to do it! You know, uh, I can keep going on and on about this, but Kanita, you shared that video. It was basically representative of every single Madridista around today watching the team. How are you doing right now?
Oh my God. First of all, I'm in my Real Madrid jersey, but this one is yeah, I know you are as well. So I took this one out of my closet. I have a few, but this one I wanted to especially because this is from the first season, and because well, obviously it's Misa's jersey. It's goalkeeper jersey. It has her name on it as well, but it's because I don't know. I wanted to commemorate, I guess, like these almost 5 years, right, of this a baby team. Well, I call it a preschooler team, and it's special, and that our first first ever official game was El Clásico, in which we lost 4-0 then. So yeah, 19, well, 18 later, and the 19th one we won. And man, I don't know, like this one is so special. This day is so special. I don't know, I think like the whole fandom is so emotional, like the one day no one expected, anything. Like as you said, sandwiched between two Arsenal ties. We won the first leg. We're expecting pass through to the semifinals, right? And we expected the rest for this game, And so, there were so many people saying, "Oh my God, you're seriously going to watch this game?" I saw people tweeting about it, and some, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll watch it, and yeah, a lot of people didn't, and I was just I didn't expect anything. I expected like four academy players to start, to no one to do anything, no one to do any tackles or anything, just to not get injured, and we won on Montjuïc, in front of what, 30,000 something people. I forgot. I can't even get into those numbers, but this there was so much poetry in this game. Like you mentioned one record, right? That from 2012, and then like prehistoric years, for women's football. But there was so many, like, as we go deeper into the details of this game, like the two Weir's goals were at the same timestamp as the goals we conceded against Atletico in the Copa del Reina final. It was raining and hailing today, so it was, this was kind of a sign that we're moving on. We're healing from that final. I saw a tweet as well. Like I will put it here on the pod, and quote retweeted it with this little thing that I realized with Weir's goals, and it's so poetic. And I don't know, like this was the third Clásico of the month, in March Mayhem we call it, and it has been a very tough month. And like what the second leg against Barcelona in the Copa del Reina. We didn't do a pod on it. We had some things going on, but the game was pretty decent. We lost 3-1. We scored for the first time after like 783 days. 783 days. And later we scored. Now we won even with 3 goals. Scoring 3 goals against Barcelona. Okay, only this March alone we scored 4 goals, while the rest of the history scored 6. This is I don't know. Like I can go on about numbers. I'm sorry. I can go on and on about numbers, about timestamps and everything, and it's so overwhelming. And I also know, like, I'm sorry, I'm keeping this a little bit long, but like the emotions and everything, like this team means a lot to a lot of Madridistas, and a lot of Madridistas dreamed of this team, you know, creating. And this might be just a league game or whatever, and yeah, but it's beginning of a hope that there is something very soon, and that there's I don't know, it's nice, and there's like a lot of us have a lot of personal reasons for this, like um well, joy and celebration. And as you can see in the video, I was screaming. Okay, that video that I put on Twitter, it was like 5 minutes after I started screaming. So after the third goal, I started screaming nonstop, and was final whistle. I watched our players celebrating some, and then I got up and ran around the apartment to kind of spend my energy or whatnot. And I just it's very weird, because this is like the biggest amount of serotonin, dopamine, whatever you want from those things I've had in like months. And like I know that Yash here, I've given this guy a lot of hard time this week, like this past 10 days, I don't know. And it hasn't really, it's kind of poetic in this personal sense as well. And I don't know what this week is. I genuinely don't know what this week is. Like it's surreal, unbelievable. And yeah, I'm on the brink of tears, honestly. So I'll just
Yeah, when the final whistle went off, I was just in disbelief. I could not believe when the third goal went in. I I was like, you know, your heart sinks when something bad happens, and then your heart sometimes sinks when something good, unbelievably good happens. And this was that moment. And I just want to make it clear to everyone listening that there is not going to be any analysis in this pod. This is just us basically reacting to the win. We will record an analysis pod separately. Right now I am in no state of breaking this game down, because I at the moment I'm not rational about anything. People have been replying on my tweets saying, "Oh, you guys wrong." I don't care, guys. Like, listen to me. If you think, if you think for a second that I care about a goal being ruled out for offside there, I do not. I genuinely do not. As rational of a fan as I am, as neutral of a fan as I am, this is my moment. Listen to me. You are not taking it away from me. I have waited for this moment for so long. Our first game ever, when we weren't even Real Madrid, when Johanna took charge in goal, when it was Jessica leading the line, and Jessica scored our first ever goal in a Clásico when we weren't even Real Madrid. We lost 9-1, and that was the introduction of the world to Real Madrid, right? Like, people were writing articles about, Real Madrid have arrived, but are they really here? Or, Real women's football does not need Real Madrid, or whatever those statements are. Look, I wholeheartedly disagreed from the start, but it feels good today that we can finally say we are here, and we are here to sit with the big guys. We are not here to fool around. Yes, I still wholeheartedly agree and accept every criticism thrown towards the club, because yes, it can do much better. But this small win, it might seem small from a distance, but for a lot of fans, for the club as a whole, for a lot of people, not just uh, with the club, but outside of the club, guys like us who have been supporting the team, who have been producing content, it's a massive win. And this win wouldn't be complete without mentioning home. uh, I I'm sure he is enjoying the win. I'm sure he was watching this game, and I can only help but wonder how he would have reacted and how he would have felt, because this was his team. Ever since Real Madrid came into inception, he was very active. He wanted to know everything about the players. He wanted to know everything about the team. Despite all the defeats, despite everything, he always was ready to, promote the team, or whatever you want to call it. Like, at this point, I don't know what to say, but this win is as much his as it is everyone else's. And I really wish he was here to, witness all of this. uh, I am getting goosebumps talking about it. And this is what it is. Like, it's not just a small win. It might be a small win. Yeah, we might not win any trophies this season. We might not win any trophies next season either. And that is fine. We will take this win, and I'll wear this jersey with Carolyn Weir in the back. I'll wear this out with pride. I'll tell people that, with the brace today, I think Alan Weir also became the leading goal scorer in Real Madrid's history. So what a way to mark it as well. A player who was out injured for an entire season with ACL came back, is the leading goal scorer in club's history, does so against the biggest rival in the club's history. This game is poetic in so many ways. That is, at the moment, it's incomprehensible for us. That is how it is. The magnitude of this will sink in as the days come, as the days go by. And we will there is always this one canon event in any club's history. It could have been that Copa del Arena win for us. It could have been that. It wasn't. That was a Nexus event. This can be a canon event where we say, okay, we can win against these teams. And it wasn't a second grade Barcelona, rotated Barcelona. They went full strength. In fact, we rotated more than them, and we were looking a very different side. And something just clicked in this team today. That is what I could feel. And this game, I'm going to dream about this game. I'm going to breathe this game. I'm going to live this game, and I'm going to on pod. I'm saying I'm going to order another Caroline Weir jersey from this season, and I'm going to be wearing it on this pod very, very soon as it arrives, because that lady is like, our first Galactica was Aslani. She'll always be that. She set everything in motion. She, when nobody was ready to come, when nobody at the peak was ready to come here, she's declined a lot of offers and she came here to build something. She passed on the baton to other players, when she left. Unfortunately, it could not happen with her during her time at the club. But she holds the record for the first official goal, first official brace, fastest hat trick, I think, in Madrid's history.
Third fastest in history of football as well.
Third fastest in history of football. First hat trick for by any Real Madrid Femenino player. She edged herself in this little folklore that we are writing at the moment. Then came along Caroline Weir, put the team on her shoulders, on her back, carried through an entire season on her own, basically, when we were nothing, and pulled us to a cup final, right? We could not win it. That's fine. Then came along a little wizard in Linda Caicedo. And today that pick with Weir and Caicedo, guys, if we look back, on the men's side, we have these picks of Di Stefano, and we have all these picks about Raúl scoring important goals. We have all these picks about Butragueño scoring important goals. We have all these iconic picks. That pick today is going down in history books. That sliding celebration from Weir and Linda Caicedo pick, like, I don't think people understand that we are actually witnessing history written right in front of our eyes. And that is what is special about following this team, because every goal they score, every goal they concede, every clean sheet they keep, every win they manage, every trophy they win will be a record, will be a part of history. We weren't fortunate enough to witness Real Madrid's inception. We weren't fortunate enough to, we weren't around that time when Real Madrid was scripting history in the 1950s, winning 5 European leagues. But we are here when Real Madrid is writing another folklore with their women's team. It's this is just getting started. This story is nowhere near its end. And I want everyone who has been on this ride for the last 5 years to go out, celebrate it, wear your Madrid jerseys, kiss your badges, and just take it all in. Because this win today is another page in that little folklore that this club is writing at the moment. And yeah, I mean, do you have anything to add, Kanita? Because I mean, I don't. I'm legit at loss for words about what I want to say, or where I want to take this pod even. But yeah, so take it wherever you want, share whatever you want. How has it been for you? Because wow, what a day. 23rd of March 2025, you have rocked our world.
No, I just had something I didn't want to interrupt before, but the entire experience of today, well, how it happened, and after, it's just let's get over with this game, it doesn't matter. And I saw the lineup, and it's yeah, it's fine, we pretty decent for rotational lineup and all that, and then the goals came and everything, but the experience, mere experience of watching the game, it was there's just something that I have to share. So I was watching this game with one very special person, one of the most important people in my life. Her name is Mary, and well, during the game, she asked her late aunt Eva to kind of look over our girls while after we went 1-0 up. And it was really sweet and bittersweet, and she did look over our girls. We won this game, and yeah, so thank you to Aunt Eva, first of all, bit of dedication to her. And the entire, like, every single moment of joy in this game, especially the free goals. God, the free goals, I screamed on all three. And the sound of the final whistle when I saw our players running down the pitch, hugging each other in that hail, that heavy hail. And the pitch was white. Even the pitch in Barcelona and Montjuïc was white. And that like those moments of joy and happiness, they were impossible to not think of Om. And I also thought that I didn't know how to write the article. I genuinely didn't. I was late for like an hour or something. And it's called immediate reaction. I did not have an immediate reaction. I was crying and jumping around, and I didn't know what to do. And I did the whole article, like it was so lack of detail of anything. And but I did it like 100% with in my mind. I had the explicit mention as well. But I mean, I don't know, like the whole day, it felt surreal. The fact that I got to write this article felt surreal. Saying Real Madrid won 1-3 against Barcelona. Those words, I stared at it like for 3 minutes or five, I don't know how much, before continuing to write the article. And my head was replaying comps of so many other moments throughout these like 5 years. I wish I can take this compilation from my head onto social media, because it consists of the celebrations of these goals, some of the special goals, the goal that got us to the Champions League, in the second season against Manchester City, those Kenty's goal and Sonosa's goal, those goals on Camp Nou, all the first goals of our players as they were coming on, and the and the sacrifices of so many players, first and foremost of Aslani, who you talked widely about now. And there's just so many, and there's also, like, I remembered my own edits I did throughout our second season while we were at like the relegation zone in the beginning of the season, when I was doing those like sad edits, and then immediately like going up and up, like the mood, from this disappointments to some of the best moments in history of this team. And it's, as you said, we weren't here, we weren't alive to see this with the men's team, the beginning of greatness of the men's team. But we are very much able to watch this team from zero, from day one. I know I did as well, and I don't know. It's surreal. Every single emotion I've felt today. I've seen our players, you know, show today. And they were crazy in social media. They were posting like Olga just posted a pic of weir sliding. And it's mood. Honestly, I understand, Olga. I really do. And the absolute, sheer joy in everyone's the faces of our players in that hail. And I don't know, maybe in a couple of years time we'll look back at this, like, maybe having won, like, touch wood, won our first trophy or something, and winning more Clásicos, and we're thinking, yeah, this was a good game, there were more of them. But for now, this is like the pivotal moment right now, and there's just, I don't know. Said I can keep saying surreal. I can keep saying surreal. I don't know. Like, mm, you mentioned so many poetic things. I mentioned so many poetic things. I don't know, the whole thing, and the even that, like, the Ronaldo goal. By the way, the Ronaldo goal, it wasn't even offside. They showed the wrong picture. I will get back to, like, when we do the analysis of this game in the next one. But just to get it out of the mind. I also don't care if it was annulled wrongly. It wasn't annulled wrongly, by the way, and some people are just looking at it wrong. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. Like, Montjuïc, 30,000 people, hail, the Caroline Weir, Linda Caicedo. I don't know. I don't like this whole week. The performance of our defense, the entire Misa and our defenders in the back line, everyone. I don't know what this week is. I've never seen our defense perform so well, ever, ever. Like, any set of players in defense. I don't like Real Madrid doesn't really do that. But oh my god, it was crazy. I don't know. I'm sweating, as you can see. You probably can see, and
I
it's
am
not really
sweating
that
as well.
hot here. I don't know. I just
And
take it away. I can't.
this is what football can make you feel. Honestly, it's unbelievable, you know, the emotions that are going through my heart right now, the thoughts that I'm having, thinking about uh, our signings. We signed Aslani, we signed Jakobsen, we signed Orin Kasi, we signed Babette Peter, we signed Jessica Martinez as our first few players, you know. And then slowly we kept on adding, we kept on trying to improve the squad. We saw Aslani playing as a striker because we did not have a striker in the early days. So she had to sacrifice and play out of position. Despite all of that, she was still the team's top goal scorer. Then came these uh, young Spanish players who were Madridistas as well in Olga, Atenea, and they joined the convoy. Then came Maite, Tere, some of whom are still a part of, some of whom are our captains. Then came Misa, who is still our first goalkeeper and one of the captains of the side. Then we took the next step. We got Esther, who was coming off the back of a brilliant season in the league. Then we did not settle there. We added more quality. We added Caroline Weir, one of the best players in the world, who has already made her mark and will continue to make her mark in these important moments. We got Toletti, and I remember how happy I was. And me and Om used to discuss, oh, we need to get Toletti because she'll be an astute signing. She'll improve our midfield so much, and she did. Um, we went on and we signed Ivana, we signed Rocio, we had Kenty back in the day, signed right from Atleti. We tried and failed for Eva Navarro, but Eva Navarro is finally here. We got Linda, we got Brune, we got Alba Redondo, who, you look back and you think about all of this, and it genuinely feels like a journey. I can literally go back and I can imagine that first black, pink, white kit of CD Tacon when that golden font in our very first meeting against Barcelona. It's that bandaged hand of Aslani, our number nines having that bandaged hand at that point in time, both the men's and the women's team, both scoring goals for fun, both leading the side. And now we have two young center backs with massive potential, multiple World Cup winners in the squad. It's been a journey, guys. It's been a journey, that is what I can say. And it's been a beautiful journey, playing against that first derby win against Atletico Madrid, where Jakobsen scored a very late goal in one of the shittiest game I've ever seen in football. In Barcelona getting disqualified from Copa de la Reina, and then us reaching the finals, hoping that, this will be our moment. We will be winning our first trophy against an arch rival in the final, but it wasn't to be. Leading 2-0 until 88th minute, and then conceding twice and losing on penalties. We thought that maybe this team doesn't have the mentality yet. Maybe it will take some more time. And then today, when no hope whatsoever. Like, I'd be lying if I said that. No, I would be lying if I said that I even wanted the team to care about this. I wanted that Champions League semi-final berth, and after whatever happened in midweek with the pitch and everything, Real Madrid was in the news for all the wrong reasons once again. Not the first time, ever since its inception. The first day after that first 9-1 loss as CD Tacon, Real Madrid was in the news for all the wrong reasons. Before this game, Real Madrid was in the news for all the wrong reasons. And today they changed everything. Now Real Madrid is the first side to beat Barcelona by multiple goal margin at home in the league since September of 2012. Real Madrid became the side to hand them their second home defeat in the league in a season for the first time since some 2009. They one of our players became the leading goal scorer in the club's history with this game. So, you know, not even going 5 years down the line when we look back, just now looking back, it feels surreal. And to be there to experience all of this firsthand so that we can, pass it down saying, there was a time where we used to struggle to, beat Barcelona. When we start beating them regularly, there was a time where we did not win any trophies for the first XYZ years of our existence. There was a time where we used to play awful football, and then came these players. Then came Aslani. Then came Weir. Then came Linda Caicedo. Then came Misa. Then came Olga. Then came Lacrar. Then came Rocio, Maria Mendes. Then came Antonia. Then came Sandy Toletti. Then came Angeldal. Then came Senior Brun, Alba Redondo, Caroline Muller, Atenea, Eva Navarro, Esther. Then came all of these players who built this place brick by brick, story by story. And today we are here. People might say, oh, I'm getting too cliche, I'm getting too emotional about this useless league win. It's not useless, and now that depot draw hurts even more because we might have had an actual title race here. Who knew we could have beaten Barcelona? And maybe if we would have picked up that point, not lost against Eibar, who knew? Who knew we could be in a proper title race? We could even be leading them by 1 point right now. It's unreal
Next
how
season.
quickly how quickly football can change. Uh, and how quickly football can make you feel one way or the other. It's a plethora of emotions right now, guys, and it's just unreal. Uh, and I want everyone listening, every Madridista who followed the team to soak it all in. Like genuinely, we have actually witnessed a pivotal point in women's football history, not just Real Madrid, but this day will be marked as this team won the first Clásico, their first Clásico after 18 straight defeats. This could be the game that switches that mentality. Maybe it was the big win against Arsenal, our first major win against a top side. This could be that. Against Chelsea, we failed. Against Barcelona, we failed. We haven't beaten a top opponent, right? This could be the week that changes everything, that changes every perspective about Real Madrid, that changes Madrid's entire image around women's football. If we go out there at the Emirates and we play like we did today in the second half, especially, we are reaching that semi-final. And this whole week, from the first leg of Arsenal till the second leg, we were dreading it when the month began. But this could be the week of absolute joy for every single Madridista out there. And I so wish that it happens, not to jinx anything, but this could be the greatest week of Real Madrid Femenino's history, basically. So, yeah, I mean, I really, really hope it turns out to be that way. But either way, 23rd March, you are a goated date. We are going to celebrate you for years to come. Uh, and yeah, I'm just lost for words right now. I might even end up writing something on this on my newsletter. So I don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to process this, but yeah, just take it all in, guys. Take it all in. This is a historic moment.
Yeah, it's I was thinking of some of the highest emotional, like, I don't know, like, level of for a football game, and like a week in general. And free came to my mind. Okay, so one is not a week, one is a game, and that's the La Decima, the Champions League final when we won La Decima. Absolutely mental men's side, and the other two were for the women's team, and the other two were weeks. The second, well, aside obviously this week is something else. I don't know, it's on another level. But this other week is September. No, 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 it's not September. August, 2021. Um, City games, Manchester
Oh,
City games. The end of August, and both of those games. And I remember I had this Instagram page. It was inactive for like 3 years beforehand. Like, I don't know, it had a few thousand followers, like maybe like 40,000 something. And I got back to it like 2020, like, just to get back to just to watch the Real Madrid women's team. And I said, okay, I'm getting back to this Real Madrid fan page just because of the women's team. And I remember, like, prior to these Manchester City games, I was like, yeah, Manchester City is a pretty established team. Don't hold hope for that. And the first leg was in Madrid, and the first leg, I cannot just that Kenty's equalizer 91st minute, and our first Champions League goal ever for the women's side. And then next leg winning with a Sornosa's goal 1-0, and the entire I was hyperventilating the entire match, like, oh my God, oh my God. And that entire week, because those two games were a week apart. And I don't know, like, that was like, the beginning of greatness. We've known, like, in the very first season, we've managed to get well, second place to get to the Champions League qualifiers. Then we got to the Champions League immediately, and this team was immediately meant for greatness. I just want to say it, just immediately meant for greatness. It was a bit postponed for these, like, past 2 years, where we're really struggling in all of the big games, from all the derbies, and not able to score in Clásicos, and getting eliminated in the Champions League early, and all that. And then this season comes, 2025 comes, when we continue beating Atletico again. When March comes, when we score against Barcelona in a useless second leg of the cup, and just a few days later, winning against Arsenal, having a chance at a semi-final for the Champions League, and now beating Barcelona, the best side in Europe for years already. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how was I how have I been alive to witness all this? Crazy. I don't know. It's just,
and
I'm done, man. I'm
you know
done.
this Arbeloa quote comes to mind. When people think that Real Madrid is dead and buried, they go on and win the Champions League. And yeah, we might not win the Champions League, but this team will pick up these moments, these wins. We will take these. Just when people thought, okay, Real Madrid is an embarrassment to women's football or whatever, we make a big statement by traveling away from home and beating Barcelona at their own home 3-1. So yeah, just everyone listening, go out there, celebrate it, guys. Like, take it all in. That is all I want to say. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm blabbering at this point, and I don't want to like extend it too much because I think it's already way too long. So let's just try. I'm not sure if this will be copyrighted. Will it be if we play the Madrid anthem?
I think it will.
Okay, so we won't play it, guys, because we don't want to get copyrighted on this day. We don't want to remember it by that. So we'll just say we'll just sing the chorus part and we'll sign off with this. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Madrid,
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 a
Hala
la
Madrid, y
y
nada
nada
más,
más,
y
y
nada
nada
más,
más, a
Hala
la Madrid.
Madrid. Vamos! Until next time, guys. We are signing off. We'll be back with another pod where we break the game down actually. But yeah, just this was just a reaction pod basically. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, Hala Madrid.
A la Madrid.